Hi everybody, my name is Dr. Victor Micheli and I'm going to be your instructor for this Math 151 College Algebra course in the online format. I'm creating this video in order to help my students to connect with me, to understand the course structure and expectations, and also to feel more engaged from the very beginning. So, welcome. Again, let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Victor Micheli. I am a retired captain of the Venezuelan Navy. I've been in the submarine force for so many years, and then I moved to the educational field. So I've been teaching math for more than 25 years. I have a bachelor degree in naval science. I have a specialization in information system, master degree in business management, master degree in system engineering, and a PhD in management science. And here you will find my email. Okay, about the meeting times. This is a 4-credit course, fully online, delivered asynchronously through Canvas. So that means that there are no required live meetings except for the in-person final exam. Yes, that is that you have to take the final exam in person in Pecos campus. Okay? The date, time, and place is going to be informed on time. So this is going to be a 16-week course, including 16 instructional hours. So you should plan to spend between 8 and 12 hours per week on coursework. In total, you should expect to spend or invest between 12 to 16 hours per week on this course. Okay? With regular participation means meeting deadlines, checking announcements, engaging with the course materials, and so on. If you are unable to commit this amount of time, that is between 12 to 16 hours per week, you have to consider your enrollment. Okay? My communication policy, please use the inbox with the Canvas. You know where to find it. Okay, be sure to label all message with Math 151 followed by a brief subject description. My turnaround is under 24 hours except Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And if you finish your assignment, it's important to remember this response deadline. So that means that if you email me at 11 p.m. don't anticipate an immediate reply, okay? And also I'm going to answer your emails Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay? The concourse syllables. First, my advice is that you have to go first to the concourse syllabus, which is located at the top left Canvas course. It's gonna be your main guide for your course. It serves you as a comprehensive guide through the semester, and you can find here all the policies, rules, and regulations, as well as recommended support materials that can help you to succeed. Additionally, it contains the schedule of lessons, the semester at a glance, assignments, and deadlines, giving you a clear roadmap of what to expect each week. Attendance, very important too. Students are expected to participate weekly by accessing the modules on Canvas, reviewing the lessons and support materials, and completing homework activities, and submitting all required assignments, such as check your understanding homework, quizzes, summary and reflections, discussion board, unit exams. Attendance is based on active participation and timely submission of assignments. Missing deadlines or not showing activity for over a week will be marked as an absence. Okay, 2 absences are considered excessive and may lead to withdraw from the course. Of course, if you have any issue, please let me know in advance. Okay. You will be learning the majority of your mathematics through a learning platform system called Rational Reasoning. It's free and embedded within our Canvas course. This is the way it's gonna looks like. Okay. Account. You have to create a free account using a provided link in Canvas. Okay. It's gonna be something like this. So you have to use your MEID as your username, and you will have to create your own password. And be sure to select Michele as your instructor during the registration. Okay? This will link your course to the gradebook. Okay? The good thing of this is a one-time login setup, so you should stay logged in for the rest of the semester. This course will deal with the analysis and interpretation of the behavior and nature of functions, including linear functions, exponential functions, logarithmic functions, quadratic functions, polynomial functions, rational functions, piecewise functions, and composite functions, along with system of equations, using multiple methods, including graphic analysis, modeling, and solving real-world problems. Okay? So that means that you're going to develop the ability to model, analyze, and solve and interpret real-world problems using those functions. You're going to demonstrate proficiency in applying function notation and graphing functions, manipulate expression involving integral rational exponents, employ multiple techniques for factor polynomial functions, graph functions, and determine the domain and range. So I divided this course in 4 units. Okay, the unit 1 dealing with functions and system of equations, linear functions, the unit 2 with exponential and logarithmic functions, the unit 3 with transformation functions, quadratic, polynomial, and rational functions, and the unit 4 with piecewise functions and composite functions. By the end of each unit, you will have a unit exam, and you will take this unit exam using Respondo's lockdown browser along with a webcam. Don't worry, all the information are going to be posted. Okay? So we will use Canvas as a web-based third-party tool to access modules including the rational reasoning lessons, optional practice materials, and graded assignments. Okay? Such as check your understanding, such as quizzes, such as summary and reflections, and much more. We're not going to need any book for this course. Anyway, we're going to have open educational resources available in this course. Remember, we have the internet, which is the biggest library in the whole universe, in the whole world. Each module have an optional practice page with links to different open educational resources, such as those checkpoints. Okay, those are some exercises that are not going to be graded, okay, but are going to be useful for you to understand what is happening. Also, optional practice into rational reasoning, And also you will have a lot of additional videos for you to use in case you need it. Okay, about calculator, you will need a graphing calculator. Okay, we used to use, you can use whatever you want, but we used to use the Texas Instrument 84, and you can find, if you want to use it, you can find it in the Google Play Store, or you can find it in the Apple Store for small price, or even for free, or you can rent one in the library. But the best of the best, the one we are going to use the most is Desmos Graphing Calculator. It's also free online, and you can download it in Google Play Store or in Apple Store. In order to solve the in-person exam, you have to download the Desmos in the test form. Okay, the Desmos app in the test form. Okay, but anyway, whatever you're gonna use, you should know how to use in advance your calculator. In the module 0, I place a link about some introduction for Desmos and some important tips you could use in order to use Desmos. Okay, about assignments, you're gonna have assignments like check your understanding. Okay, this check your understanding, you're gonna look something like this. Help you to avoid mistakes on quizzes and exams. So this homework will not be graded on accuracy. Instead, it will be assessed based on completeness and organization. Ensure that all the problems are attempted. You have to show your work, and your solutions have to be clear, written, and easy to follow. So you're gonna solve this in a piece of paper. Then you're going to collect those in order, of course. As I said before, clearly written and easy to follow. Okay. And then you're going to scan those pages and create a single PDF file in order to submit. There is also some links about how to scan and create PDF files using your smartphone or using the computer. Okay. This solution, the solution of the written check your understanding, will be available, okay, here after you submitted your work. Okay, here you're gonna find the written solution and also a video about how to solve those problems. So again, you can download this, you can print it if you want, and you have to solve it in a piece of paper or answer. Question number 1, answer A is this. Answer B is this, and you have to show your work. Okay, very important. About the quizzes, okay, weekly you're gonna have some quizzes also using, again, Respondo's lockdown browser and the webcam. This is the way it's gonna show. And for example, here, Desmos is gonna be embedded in the quiz. Okay. Using Respondo's lockdown browser is gonna show something like this. With the webcam, I could see whatever you're doing. Anytime, you don't have to pause or turn the camera off. Respondos locks your computer, preventing access to anything other than the quiz and any instructor provided links. Like here, I provided a link for Desmos. You may use your notes and any other resources except other people, web browser, or any artificial intelligence tool. Okay, so be careful with this. About grading quiz, Okay, for example, we have this quiz, we have this question, and the answer here was 90, representing 90 millions units, but you gave me the answer of 90 millions. So both answers are correct. So I'm gonna write here, this is a type of problem, you're gonna have full credit, and I'm gonna give you full credit in that question. On the other hand, if your answer is wrong, for example, here, your answer was 1.3 millions and the correct answer is 7.4, so you have 0. I'm gonna give you some additional comment about why your answer is wrong. And I'm gonna give you the chance for you to solve this problem in a piece of paper and send it to me in the additional comment box inside the quiz before the due date. Okay, so solve the problem in a correct way, show your work very clear and easy to follow. Okay, take a picture or scan it and submit it to me as an attachment in the additional comment box, and I will give you the full credit. Another assignment is the summary and reflection. This is a 3-part graded assignment between 1 and 3 pages long, and also must be submitted as a PDF file. Okay, the purpose of this is to summarize the module key ideas, reflect on your learning, and raise questions. 3 parts. You're gonna have big ideas, create a handwritten 1-page summary, select one problem you missed from the Check Your Understanding, and display why you miss it. A question end with a specific question. Anyway, you're gonna have all the instructions in the web page, okay? And then again, collect all your answers, scan them, create a single PDF file, and submit it to me. Another assignment is discussion board. You're gonna have 4 discussion board. You're gonna have 4 teams where you have to develop, okay? These graded assignments allow a student to reflect on their learning and connect math to real-life skills. Okay, so here you have the topic for this discussion board. You're going to discuss about online math classes experiences and growth in mindset. Okay, so you have to answer some questions, watch some video and answer some questions. And this is the first part. And then you're gonna find at the bottom the reply button. So the second part for this one is to share your experience, read some of your classmate answers, and submit some kind of reply in a substantive way. What is a substantive way? Something that means that you have learned something about this one. It's not only, hey, this is a good job, I learned from you, or you did a great stuff. No, something that have to deal with online math and class experience about these topics, okay? Okay. About unit exams and final exam, about the unit exam, you're gonna have 4 unit exams, all of them using Responder Lockdown Browser and webcam. You can notice here also that prior to the exam you will have some exam review. Here you're gonna have some examples of the question you're gonna have in your exam in order to solve this exam. And here you have some instruction for Responder Lockdown Browser, some practice quiz, and some academic agreement that you have to answer to. Okay, so once you got the Responder Lockdown Browser exam, you have to solve it in piece of papers in order, easy to follow. Okay, then scan all the pages and create a PDF files and submit it. You're going to submit your exam here, not in this part, but in this part. Okay? Each one is comprehensive and will cover materials from previous units. Okay, and also the final exam, there will be a cumulative final exam which must be taken in person at the Pecos campus. The date, time, and classroom will be announced later. So if you have any issue with this, please let me know as soon as possible. But remember, it's mandatory for you to take the exam in person at Pecos campus. Then we have some other issues about, let's say, procrastination. This means putting off tasks like lectures, assignment, or exams preparations. It may seem harmless at the beginning, but it leads to stress, lower performances, and poor grades. So most of the assignments are doing on Sunday 9 p.m. So you're gonna have the whole week in order to solve this. So that's why you have to administrate very careful your time. This guy over here is gonna say, okay, I'm gonna finish this at 7 p.m. But this smart lady here is gonna say, I'll pace myself through the week. So in math, topics build on each other. Failing behind makes it harder to keep up. Okay, so procrastination, just don't do it. Grading, the final grade will be determined by the performance of the following assessment. Homework and discussion board is gonna be 10%, rational reasoning lessons 25%, quizzes 15%, unit exams 30%, final exams 20% for a total of 10%. Remember, all assignments have a specific due days. Assignment may not be turning in late only if there is an emergency. You must contact me if you have any kind of issue, and late assignments will be automatically 0, minimum grade. The grading scale from A to F. W will means you're going to withdraw without affecting your GPA, and Y you withdraw failing the class. The minimum grade that will be assigned are as follow. So from 69.5 to 100, you're gonna pass the course. Then required computer skill, you have to be able to use computer keyboard and mouse, be able to save and retrieve files on your computer, be able to organize, copy, paste, name, and rename files, access and navigate the internet, email, including attaching and downloading files. So this is also important. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and cell phones are not required. Technology requirements. You will need a computer with internet connection and webcam, the ability to create single PDF files, supported web browsers like Chrome, Firefox, or Safari, access to Canvas learning management system and the rational reasoning system, direct access to Desmos or any graphic calculator, Responder lockdown browser with webcam to take the online exams. You should be comfortable using your own calculator. Whatever calculator you're going to use, you should know how to use it. Remember, you have a lot of tutorings in YouTube. Okay? Tips for college success. Regular access to Canvas. Ensure you complete and submit all the assignment on time. Try to find enough time for studying, reading, writing, and researching. Establish and support networks between you and your classmates. This is one of the most important. Find the best balance between your academic workload and personal responsibilities such as work or family commitments. Familiarize yourself with both internal and external resources. And don't hesitate if you have to ask me some questions. Honesty and integrity deal with cheating. You know what cheating is, and also plagiarism. Be careful with both of them. Then about artificial intelligence. Very important too. In this class, also mirror work must be your own. Using generative artificial intelligence tools to complete assignments is not allowed and will be considered academic misconduct. Okay, so be very careful because this can lead to serious consequences, including a failing grade or withdrawing from the course or even from college. Okay, so be extremely careful in order to do this. Withdrawing from the course, you can withdraw in two ways. Okay, so you can withdraw by yourself or you can ask me to withdraw. Okay, and also remember that failing to submit two assignments and failing to maintain steady progress and excessive absence will result in withdrawal from your instructor. In syllabus, you can find the refund date, and also the refund date is usually the next Monday when you start the class. And find the syllabus. In the syllabus, the deadline for student with withdraw with a warranty W. Learning Center. Remember, you have access to the Learning Center in Canvas. You have access also to the online tutoring center. You're gonna find a link. If you click in that link, you will find access to the online tutoring center. Expectation from me, I will do my best to make this course meaningful for all of you. Try hard to plan interesting and useful activities. I will strive to provide valuable feedback. I always do. I will be fair evaluating your work. I will be available for you for individual consultations online. I will help in whatever I can help. Expectation from you, I expect you to attend every module, to be prepared for every class, to participate in class, to follow all the instructions, to the test, to the homeworks, etc. So read the instructions because some students don't like to read instructions. I expect you to avoid procrastinations. I expect you to contact me if you have any kind of problem. And one of the most important, I expect you to be responsible for your own education. Okay, final statement. After teaching math for more than 20 years, I have seen how the course workload combined with every responsibility can range from challenging to overwhelming. And remember, it's a mistake to think that Sunday evening you can submit all your assignments. So please be careful with this. Okay? About the syllabus, remember again, try to go to the syllabus as soon as you can. And if I have to change anything in the syllabus, I will let you know as soon as possible. Read the syllabus and answer the Concord syllabus quiz. Okay? Finally, you cannot learn math by just going to class and watching the instructor. You must be actively involved in the learning process. If you are not going to be actively involved, please consider your staying here. Math is not a spectator sport. The only way to learn math is to do math. So this is everything I have for you. So if you have any question, please let me know. And don't forget to go through the video about the web page. Okay? Thank you very much.